When you make the Lord your God, when you stay under the shelter of the Most High, the Scripture says He covers you with His wings. He'll hide you from things that could have brought you down. We all have things that come against us in life. People that don't like us. We're dealing with an illness. We lost a big client at work. It's easy to live worried, wondering how it's going to turn out. In the time of trouble, God will hide you. He will place you out of reach on a high rock. It doesn't say we won't have trouble. Difficulties may come, but the promise God gives us is He's going to hide us. You could say He's going to make you invisible to the enemy. You don't know how many times trouble has come, but it couldn't find you. Sickness had your name on it, but when it showed up, you were invisible. That calamity, that accident was sent to take you out, but when it arrived, you were nowhere to be found. You didn't know anything about it. You were just going about your day, being your best, and forces that should have stopped you, enemies that should have defeated you, trouble that should have caused you great heartache didn't have any effect on you. Why? You were invisible to the enemy. That's why we can live from a place of faith, a place of trust, not worried. What if my company downsizes and doesn't need me? What if my child gets off course? What if I get this virus? No, turn it around. Father, thank you that I am invisible to the enemy. Thank you that my children are invisible to the enemy. Thank you that my health, my finances, my marriage, my dreams are all invisible to the enemy. God knows how to protect you. Just as He can make blind eyes see, He can make seeing eyes blind. He can make you invisible to people and circumstances that want to harm you. We all have things trying to stop our destiny, but like with David, God has put you in a safe place. He's not going to let you be found. You could live worried, panicked, what am I going to do? But when you know you're in a safe place where God has you hidden, then you can live in peace. When trouble comes, you don't fall apart, give up on your dreams. You know God has made you invisible to the enemy. God knows how to keep you in a safe place. Even when it looks like it's too late, He knows how to distract your enemies. He knows how to change people's plans, how to turn that trouble, turn the sickness, turn the opposition. I can imagine sickness coming looking for you. It has all the details, knows where you live, where you work. The enemy's done his surveillance. When that sickness comes to the door, you may answer, but like my friend, you're invisible to the enemy. It has to go back, sorry, I couldn't find him. When you know God has you in a safe place, invisible to the enemy, then you can live at peace. You're not at risk, open game. Any moment something bad can happen. God has you hidden where you cannot be found. Many things that were sent to stop you, trouble, calamity, bad breaks, they had your name on them. They had your address. The reason they couldn't stop you is they couldn't find you. God had you in a safe place. When you make the Lord your God, when you stay under the shelter of the Most High, the Scripture says He covers you with His wings. He'll hide you from things that could have brought you down. See, the enemy has schemes and strategies to try to keep you from your destiny. People were set in motion, headed your way to cause trouble. The problem was they couldn't find you. They showed up, but you were invisible to the trouble, invisible to the sickness, invisible to the layoff. God protected you and you didn't even know it. Well, Joel, it didn't work for me. I must not be invisible. I had an accident. I got laid off. I came down with this sickness. Yes, but that sickness couldn't finish you off. That accident couldn't take you out. That layoff didn't stop your purpose. When trouble came, God put you in a safe place. That difficulty is not how your story ends. God has the final say. He's not only going to take care of what's trying to stop you, but He's going to bring you out better. When people want to harm you, when sickness, when early death comes, that may have been sent for you. schemes and strategies that have your name on them, stay in peace. You're covered by the blood. You're under the shelter of the Most High. Things that take other people out can't take you out. Trouble that defeats others won't stop you. Sickness that should be the end can't take your life. You're in a safe place. You don't have to live worried, fearing what might happen, fearing getting cancer, fearing being laid off. Joe, with this pandemic, I'm worried about my business. What if my finances go down? No, the good news is you have blood on your doorpost. You belong to the Most High. Now get in agreement with Him. Lord, thank you that my finances are invisible to the enemy. Thank you that my income, my business, my savings, my property are all in a safe place. When you honor God, when you keep Him first place, what limits others won't limit you. Now you have to give God something to work with. You can't go around with a defeated mindset. Joel, this sounds good, but I'm afraid my children are going to get off course. This sickness runs in my family. I'm afraid I'm going to get it. The scripture says, what you fear is going to come upon you. Quit living out of fear and start living out of faith. Faith and fear have something in common. They both ask us to believe something that we can't see. Whichever one you get in agreement with is the one that's going to come to pass. Well, I'm afraid I'm not going to get well. You're using your faith in the wrong direction. Turn it around. Father, thank you that you're restoring health back into me. This trouble may have come. I'm dealing with this illness, but Lord, thank you that you are hiding me, that you're putting me in a safe place, that the number of my days you will fulfill. Instead of living worried, fearful, expecting the worst, have a new perspective. Because the blood is over your doorpost, because you belong to the Most High, you have an advantage. God has made you invisible to the enemy. Every morning, dare to declare it. Father, thank you that my family is invisible to the enemy. Thank you that you've covered my children, covered my health, covered my finances, that you've hidden me in a safe place. If you'll do this, I believe and declare, like with David, when trouble comes, God is not going to let you be found. Like with Peter, doors are going to open you couldn't open. Problems that look permanent are about to turn around. God is going to protect you, heal you, favor you, and take you to the fullness of your destiny.